few days back, I was not even aware that there is a brand that goes by the name of Detel, and that this is owned by a company by the name of SG Corporate Mobility Private Limited. This is a Haryana-based company, and they have come out with what's known as Detel Easy. This is a city electric bicycle, as they call it. So this is Detel, and I went to their website to check out what else do they make, and I was surprised that Detel makes products like LCD televisions, mobile phones, data cables, Bluetooth devices, and a whole lot of other stuff. And they come at very affordable prices. But I'm more interested in this Detel Easy. Let's find out what this Detel Easy has to offer. I've just finished unwrapping this new Detel Easy, and this procedure precisely tells me that I need to open 4 nuts on the floorboard. Well, for that, I have a spanner. Oops, these are not nuts, these are screws. That's okay, I'm always prepared. Under the board is the 48 volts 12 ampere hour lithium ion batteries. One needs to snap on the connectors for the bike's electricals to function. At this point, I noticed that the battery itself is kept unfastened on a plastic tray, which in turn is also not fixed and is kept in a metal enclosure. That was the first sign of bad workmanship. Everything is placed without being fastened properly. Then I noticed that the connectors were dangling under the floorboard, exposed to dust and moisture from underneath. The connectors too were not fixed to one side. This increases the chances for the connectors to get damaged if it comes in contact with the chain or any other obstacle on the road. And every time someone wants to take the battery out to recharge at home or office, they would have to open and close the 4 screws. Ideally, the company should have provided a key lock on the floorboard to access the battery. With just the 4 screws, anybody with a screwdriver can open the floorboard and take out the batteries. So there are 2 ways to charge these lithium-ion batteries. One is the conventional way, where you just need to plug in one part here, and this plug gets into a wall socket. It's as simple as that. And this is very effective when you are able to take this electric bicycle closer to a wall-mounted socket or a plug point. But in case you don't have access to that, there is another way where you need to take these batteries out. I'll explain that. So in order to take the batteries out, we need to again unplug this, and since there are no screws, we have to gently shift it, and this is not very heavy, it's easy. Once you take this off, in order to connect it to the charger, you need some kind of an adapter, and you need to connect that, and it's back to basics again. The male female go here, and this you can plug it in your office or home or wherever you want. And the moment you put it on charging, there will be a red light in case if it's not charged, and the moment it's finished charging, this light turns green. Also, since the e-bicycle does not come with any safe and enclosed storage space to store the charger, you would always have to keep the charger and adapter tucked away safely somewhere outside. I also noticed a lot of wires and connectors carelessly left exposed somewhere under the front and rear seat. This too could have been avoided by the company engineers. These should have been safely tucked away. Designed on the lines of a moped, the Detel Easy electric bicycle is definitely cute to look at. It comes with pedals. Though it runs on a 250 watt motor, it has two 16 2.5 tires with tube. It has white LED lights in front and LEDs at the rear. At the bottom of the mudguard there is a small red reflector too. The switches and their functions are minimalistic. On the left you have turn indicators, a switch for the headlight and your horn button. The sound from the indicators and horn are shrill and disturbing. On the right you have a button for setting the normal speed, slow speed when you depress it towards the right, and high speed when you depress it to the left. Sadly, there are no signs suggesting its functions. The instrument cluster does not have a speedometer or any other gauge except a few red lights indicating the level of charging of the battery. It also has an indication when the headlight is switched on. There is a metal basket attached to the front to carry some stuff. The Detel Easy electric bicycle is made of a metal frame on which a lot of plastic has been screwed on. Typical bicycle fork telescopic shockers are there in front, while the rear consists of coil spring shock absorbers. The conventional metallic cycle stand gives it a retro look and feel. I only wish there was a side stand too, which would have been very comfortable and practical. I would give a big thumbs up to the front seat. Unlike typical bicycle seats which are narrow and hard and cause you extreme pain and discomfort between the legs, this one is broad and relatively cushiony. The rear seat I suspect is only for small kids or tiny built adults. Overall, the electric bicycle weighs around 56 kilos without the battery. Coming to ride and comfort, from its tiny build, I was not very sure the Detel Easy would take my weight so easily. I stand approximately 5 feet 10 inches in height and weigh a shade less than 90 kilos. It is mentioned in their user manual that an e-bike can take a maximum load of 90 kgs. I decided to take it for a spin. Since this e-bike has a maximum speed of 25 km per hour, it does not require a registration or a license to ride it. But if you were to take it out of your locality on the main road, I would recommend that you wear a helmet while riding. The company is giving away a helmet free of charge with every Detel Easy they sell. The Detel Easy comes with 2 sets of keys of different sizes. Initially, that leaves you a bit confused. While one is used to start the vehicle, the other is used near the rear wheel to lock your rear wheel for safety reasons when you park it. That's a neat function, I feel, and this should have been highlighted in the user manual. When I began riding the e-bicycle, I was pleasantly surprised by its initial power. You are supposed to keep your feet on the 2 pedals and not on the footboard. It is only when you keep your feet on the pedals that it gets disengaged from the motor power, or else the pedals will be spinning away as the vehicle moves. The motor easily took my weight and maintained a steady speed as I was moving in normal mode. The buttons to increase its speed or decrease its speed did not respond in a manner I would have liked. But after I had ridden it for a little while, I noticed that the accelerator response was getting unsteady. At times it refused to budge at all. The user manual clearly says that after the EV is started, it should accelerate slowly and do not increase the highest speed instantly to avoid damage to electrical components. The user manual further stated that during driving, the phenomenon of tightening the speed control handle after braking should be avoided to avoid overload and damage to the motor when it is turned on again. I was accelerating slowly, yet it refused to budge at times, but when it started moving, it moved smoothly and swiftly. The e-bike comes with drum brakes with the rear wheel hub carrying the motor. I felt the brakes were adequate, but after going up and down for some time and using the brakes, I could hear them squeaking. I was not too happy with it. The company has warned against wading in the water with this e-bike, or else the water could enter the motor and damage critical electrical components. Even though this e-bike comes with pedals which are meant to be used in case of emergency when the battery runs out of juice, I found the pedals and their positioning too uncomfortable for my height to use. So is the Detel Easy made in India or abroad? I asked the company about it and they sent me a written answer which said, "We are extremely proud to say that more than 60% of the spare parts in Detel Easy are Indian and we are committed to use 100% Indian parts by this year end." My question went partially unanswered. They did not inform me from where the remaining 40% parts came from. The Detel EV plant is based in Gurugram in Haryana. Another important question I asked was about the company's after-sales service outlets in the country. The answer was, in case of service, customers can reach a helpline number and place service request, and the service person will provide servicing at their home location, and going forward, our SSP franchise partner will provide service directly to the customer. The company is incidentally seeking franchise partners for Detel Easy. Before I give my verdict on this e-bike, let me first tell you why I chose to review the Detel Easy. When I recently uploaded the launch news on our website, I was flooded with a whole lot of queries regarding the product. Hence, I thought it would make a lot of sense to review it for my readers and viewers. Coming to the verdict, I am impressed by the cute looks of the Detel Easy e-bike, but not convinced with its build quality. At the price at which it is being sold, one can risk buying it, especially those who are slim and lightweighted. The quality and the durability of its parts and the servicing of the e-bike are some of the areas of concern for me. I am not truly convinced that it can take the rough Indian roads. At best, it's a convenient vehicle to ply on an even pavement or road so that you can go and grab your grocery from the community store. It is an ideal two-wheeler for those 16 years and above who want to travel short distances within a gated locality.